Hello, bus driver Joey here. Thank you for tuning in. I made a small video here about how to make bone broth using your Instant Pot at home. It is super easy, super tasty, and you're going to leave a comment saying, Joey, you saved my marriage with this broth. Okay, so maybe it's not going to save your marriage, but if it's like a first date and well, maybe not a first date either, because who invites people over to their house on their first date besides sluts? Um, okay, so maybe it'll be like the third date when you invite them over and you want to make them dinner and you want to just make them a really good soup and hearty bread, then use this bone broth. You can make it ahead of time. Seal it in jars, put it in the fridge, use it forever, whatever. My husband James and I, we use a lot of it making rice in the Instant Pot. We use it to make soup. You can use it in virtually anything that calls for broth, right? And you want to add a ton of flavor to. Bone broth is really good because it pulls a lot of the collagen, maybe? Collagen, is that the word I'm looking for? Minerals and stuff out of the bones by using apple cider vinegar and heat and boiling, and it goes into the broth and it's super tasty and super good for you. It's also mega expensive to buy in stores. Last time I checked, it was like $8.99 for a 500 ml container. So in the description below, you'll find the actual recipe that I use, and you watch the video and it'll just kind of give you like a little playthrough of what things are supposed to look like and how it goes. So thank you very much for watching, and enjoy. So it's basically carrots, celery, onion. There's a chicken bones in there, some mushrooms. See, I've got the chicken all off to the side. We're going to do it in the Instant Pot. And just need to grab some bay leaves. Oh. And these right here. So add about 3 bay leaves. These are tri-colored peppercorns. So just add a couple of those bad boys. Yeah, whatever will do. Alright, you want to grab some apple cider vinegar. Oh, this is actually low, but that's okay, we got another one here. The raw, unfiltered with the mother. Yeah, just shake that up. Yeah, okay, just add some of that. So, I put the globulin, I put a little bit of sea salt on top of that, and then all you have to do now is just add water, but you want to only add to maybe about an inch from the max there, because you need room for it to expand and stuff, but it'll be really good. So just hold on and I'll tell you what to program it at. Alright, so we've added water. Just grab your lid, don't mind the dirty dishes on the stove. So mine, for some reason, you just have to make sure that the lid seal is in there properly. I've had it where it wasn't and steam escaped, so just want to make sure like that. Just goes on top. Turn it, set it to seal, and then on the front here, put it on manual. I push it again so that little turns off, and then I do it for 120 minutes. So there we go, 120, and it'll start doing its thing. Just let it cook away. Your house is going to smell so delicious. All right, so it's all done now, and it's been sitting for about 10 minutes, naturally venting, which is just leaving it the way it is. It naturally just vents on its own. But it's time to actually release the steam now, so you just push this over to venting, and there it goes. And it shouldn't be too much because, like I said, I let it sit for about 10 minutes afterwards, just letting it naturally vent. So we'll just wait for that to finish venting, and I'll open it up and show you the finished product. And all right, so are you ready to see this finished product? It's finished venting. I'm going to just turn it open, just put the lid aside, and there we go. And it will honestly be the best tasting broth that you've ever had in your life. And like, you can do anything. Like, sometimes we use it to make rice, or I'm actually making a soup right now that I'm going to use this broth, and it will provide so much flavor. Trust me, you're going to be like, Joey, you are a lifesaver with this broth. And I put it in little mason jars, and I just keep it in the fridge. Also, the heat from the broth will actually seal the jars, so you don't have to worry about it going bad. All right, so I'll show you how I jar it. All right, so I've got a strainer set up in the sink with a bowl. And I've got some mason jars set up. Last time I did this, I got about 5 jars, but I've got 4 set out because I'm going to use some in the soup too. And like I said, once you put these in and you close the lid on them, they'll seal right up on you and give you a nice airtight seal. So yeah, mega easy here, and I'll show you once they're all jarred. All right, thanks for watching, by the way. All right, now look at the color of that broth. And I've got the stuff that made the broth off to the side here. It's going to go out into the green bin later. And I've got my jars set up, and I'm just going to scoop it out and pour it into this funnel and just go from jar to jar. So I ended up getting 5 jars, plus probably would have been 6, but I used 2 cups and a bit in my soup. So I would have got just over 6 jars, which is pretty good. These jars are 500 mils each, or 2 cups. And I tell you, it's going to be the best thing you've ever done. This stuff's really expensive to buy in stores. If you ever go and find bone broth, it's going to be like $8.99 for a 500 ml container. So like this, right? Yeah, just save so much money by using leftover bones. Like you're going to save bones every time you go to dinner or something, you know, like turkey dinner, or if someone makes a whole chicken, just be like, oh, I'll take all the bones, because trust me, bones, some carrots, some onions, and you'll have some really good broth. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you hit subscribe, like, and you can comment below. Thank you. Bye-bye.